consume, the higher your cholesterol levels are going to be and the higher the death rate from killer diseases. You know, so it's pretty simple to figure out. So, but that's what we got to do is get off that cholesterol. Who is it? Somebody here? I'm going to do some peppers and onions here, get a few things going, so we can, the more I cook, the better off we're going to be. And yeah, so we really got, what we got to do, and I talked about this a little bit last night, we just got to reverse our thinking and quit thinking the way society thinks about food. I mean, you ever notice if society's doing something, usually something we should not be doing, especially when it comes to food. So we got to reverse our thinking and just think the exact opposite. I mean, as soon as they came out with that pyramid that says drink milk and eat cheese and all these unhealthy products, as soon as that pyramid came out, our health started going right down the tubes at the exact same time. And now they've got a new pyramid, and then they've got a plate and a pyramid. And you see, they change it every 5 years, so I don't even know what pyramid we're on right now. And I don't know, back in 1970, they had alcohol on the pyramid. So, you know, so we really need to reverse our thinking and quit thinking that way. And I was kind of thinking about that, too. And I was thinking, who ever came up with this phrase, never trust a skinny chef? I mean, really, shouldn't we never trust a fat chef? Where'd they come up with that phrase, never trust a skinny chef? Now, I probably could not have said that 80 pounds ago. I've already lost 80 pounds. So, doing pretty good, going on a vegan lifestyle. I did a couple other things. I made my own pyramid, which helps a lot. And so that works really good. And now, I do want to point out something, though, okay? Excess weight comes from excess sugar, excess fats, and excess calories. Okay, that's where you get excess weight. What I'm talking about today is the excess cholesterol that ends up being excess clogged arteries and excess killer disease. Okay, there's a big difference between the two. So we don't want to judge somebody because they're overweight, automatically thinking they're unhealthy, because it's not always the case. In fact, you know, there's a lot of people who are overweight that are way healthier than the slender people whose arteries are all clogged up with cholesterol. So yeah, we don't want to look at people that way. And anyway, if you want to lose a quick 20 pounds, quick 25 pounds, just wear a back. Do things the easy way. That's right. Okay, we're going to get some peppers and onions sauteed here. I'm going to do a pot of chili right here. So far, I've got a can of tomato sauce, a can of diced tomatoes, and then a can of whole peeled tomatoes. Tomato sauce, diced, and a whole peeled tomato. And if you're going to use those whole peeled tomatoes, put a slice through each one or give them a little crush so they're not staying whole through the entire cooking process. A lot of people, those whole tomatoes will stay whole and they swell. First person that puts a spoon in them, they just squirt through hot juice everywhere. So, yeah, just put a little slice through them, that way you won't have that problem. And we're going to give that a little stir there. And then I got to get some products going here. I'll start with some Southwest vegan cutlets. We're going to do some Southwest vegan cutlets. And I'm actually going to make gluten. Now, how many of you have made gluten from scratch in the past? Wow, look at how many people. Okay, so you know what gluten is. Now, a lot of people don't know what gluten is. There are so many people in society going gluten-free. And I'm like, why are you going gluten-free? And they're like, I don't know. Everybody's going gluten-free. They don't even know what gluten is, and they're going gluten-free. And if you're a celiac, okay, you're allergic to the gluten and you can't have it, okay? Now that's about 1 out of 125 people in the country is a celiac. And I feel really bad for anybody that's a celiac because you can't eat the wheat, you can't eat some breads, and I mean that's a rough one to be allergic to gluten. But see, the other 124 out of 125 people can eat all the gluten they want. But see, the retailers know if they put gluten-free on a product, they'll sell more product. They can put gluten-free on a bottle of water. They'll sell more water. People are like, oh, I gotta have that gluten-free water. You know, they don't even know what gluten is. Basically what it is, it's the protein part of the wheat. If you take wheat, you grind it up into flour, you would add water to it. You let it rest, and then when you start rinsing it, the water would come out white. That's your starch. That's the weight gain part of the wheat. And after you rinse it a couple more times, eventually the water would come out clear, and you'd be left with your gluten. So you're getting rid of the weight gain, which is your starch, and you're left with the protein part of the wheat. That's all that gluten is the protein part of the wheat. And probably one of the best proteins you can possibly have. Now I'm actually using vital wheat gluten flour. This cuts out all the steps. This is the easy way to do things. I do things the easy way. And I actually got this at Walmart. So if you're recording, I actually got this at Walmart. I get a quarter every time I say it's at Walmart. And it's really easy to use. I'm actually just going to take 1 part of the vital wheat gluten flour and 1 part of water. And we're going to mix this up here a little bit. Now I'm actually the youngest of 6 kids. Yes, I'm the baby of the family, youngest of 6. So my mom, she always had me in the kitchen with her. And, being the baby of the family, I was the one on the kitchen counter with her. So she taught me a lot about cooking. She was really good in the kitchen. And actually, she had a real interesting way of teaching us kids. I mean, she taught me all about religion. She said, you better pray that stain comes out of that carpet right there. Or she taught me all about the circle of life. She says, I brought you into this world, and I can take you out. And she did a couple times. Yeah. But look how fast we got glutamate. That fast. And this one's got a little water there, which is okay. But there's no waste. Done this time and labor. This used to run about $6 a pound. You can get it under $2 a pound now because there's a few more competitors out there finding out how popular this product is getting. Sales have actually skyrocketed on this particular product. So, and we're just going to roll this out right here. And we're just going to let this rest right here for about 5 minutes. It definitely needs to rest. Yes, even your food needs to rest from time to time. And I got some boiling water here. And we're going to put some soy sauce in here. You can use Bragg's liquid aminos if you have it, which is a really good product. I don't have any with me today. And you guys like garlic? Oh, you like lots of garlic? Okay. Okay, here. We'll put some here in the chili then. Oops, there. A little more? There. Here, we'll put some more. Why not? All right, then we're going to load this up with a whole bunch of salt. Huh? No? Okay, no salt. No, you don't need any salt in there. That just seems to pay attention out there. No salt, okay. Okay, we're just going to do a little saute on that, and then we're going to, I'll just get rid of it. Yeah, we'll put it on the side for a minute. Okay, break this one up. Okay, so that's resting, and we got that one. Yeah, we got to get off that cholesterol. That is the biggest problem we got. You guys watch Dr. Oz? I like Dr. Oz. He talked about this product right here. This is, I'm doing some TVP, textured vegetable protein, also called TSP. There's a few other things. This one here is 100% pure soybeans. And he said that you're better off, with the soy products. He says these are the best products you can get. The textured vegetable protein, this is like a granulated form. You can get it in different chunks, different colors, different flavors. Now I get the plain. I don't like getting the ones with all the chemicals in it, so I always get the plain. And of course you can get organics and no GMOs. And this particular one right here is soy kernels. And they are great. A little more expensive, but they're really great. The nice part about this is when you add water to it, 1 pound of TVP, which I get this for $2 a pound. 1 pound of TVP, when you add water to it, makes 4 pounds of hamburger. So you're actually paying less than 50 cents a pound per hamburger. But it does not have all that animal fat and cholesterol in it. That's the main cause of so many diseases right now. So you're eating a lot healthier that way. Plus it has 15% calcium, 35% iron, and then 23 grams of protein per serving. So that's one of the highest protein multiplicating products on the market. And when Dr. Ross was talking about it, he actually, because a lot of people are thinking, soy products cause cancer. And he says it doesn't. He actually went through all the studies, and he says there's a lot of stuff out there on the internet that they just have not studied it through properly. He said, like, if you're a cancer patient, on cancer medications, you should not have soy products because it actually fills the receptors that that would be receiving the medicines that you would actually be needing if you were a cancer patient on meds. But other than that, it's actually, I told him, he said it's actually the #1 cancer-preventing vegetable on the market today. So, yeah, and that was back in December, he had a show like that. So anyway, it's a really good product and it's easy to use. I'm actually going to make some taco meat right here. And we'll just put that right in there. And that should be enough. A lot of people here though. So this is right here in the chili. We'll just put this in the chili. We got so many people, I'm going to put all this in there. Just because we got so many people here. And now I'll go ahead and make some taco burgers. And I'll show you how easy this is to make. All you got to do is just put a little bit of this in there. And then we'll hit it with some water. Just like that. And we'll come over and take a look at it here in a few minutes and see how it's doing. So it's that easy. Now we do need some flavor. So let's see, for chili, we'll throw these peppers and onions in there. That'll work good for chili. And you can get flavor, lots of different ways. And I think I'll start with the taco meat. Taco meat's real easy. All you gotta do is add just a little bit of taco seasoning. Whoa. Too much. Oh, you guys want more? Okay. All right, let's add a little more to it then. There, how's that? More? Okay. That little bit. More? Let's I don't know. I think I could probably add a little more to it. Is that enough? You want more? Come on. Stop any time, all right? No. Okay. Now you can do that as long as you're using those low salt seasonings. Okay, that's what you want to look for. And I try to tell people to find that commercial grade rather than that consumer grade. Usually that consumer grade that you get in the grocery stores, it's just loaded with salt and pepper. So you're not getting the flavor, you're just getting salt and pepper. And so try to find a real good. Costco's and Sam's Clubs are kind of okay. A lot of times you can find restaurant supply companies. A lot of times there's health food stores that will buy in the bigger quantities and you can just bag up what you want. That works really good. So find some better products. Let's see, if I'm going to do chili, you can make any chili in the world with these 3 ingredients. Chili powder, cumin, and salt. Any chili in the world, you just need to know the ratio. Okay, that's going to be 1 part cumin and 2 parts chili powder. So as long as you have 1 part cumin and 2 parts chili powder, you'll be pretty much just right. And then we will add a little bit of salt to this. It doesn't take a lot of salt, but you definitely need to have a little bit of salt in there. Salt is actually an essential part of the body. Now there's a lot of people out there that are just getting way too much salt in their diets. We should have 500 to 1,000 milligrams. The national average in America is 4,900 milligrams. So a lot of doctors say, even up to 1,500 would be okay, but most of the pros know 500 to 1,000 milligrams, which is less than half a teaspoon a day. And but in that society, they just can't run that salt, and so you end up with problems. Too much salt ends up with a lot of problems. So okay, we'll give that a little stir. I'm going to crank this up a little bit. Are these on? Let's see. Can you see these? Is this one on too? You see them okay? Okay, so these 2 are on, right? Okay, good. I got my keepers of the plane right here in the front row. Okay, and I think it's been 5 minutes, so we should be able to mix this up pretty good here. Whoop, don't try this at home. And so all we're going to do is been resting for about 5 minutes here. We're just going to take little 1/4 or 1/2 inch slices and just throw it right in the gluten, right in the water. So the gluten's going right in the water like that. Just a couple of times, and it'll stick together. Now, I actually went to college up in Tacoma, Washington. And back when I was in college, I would go to the library and bring home cookbooks. That's what I had stacks of cookbooks from the library. That was my big thing. And and I worked at around 100 different restaurants. And when I learned everything one restaurant was doing, I'd go to the next. And I'd go to the next restaurant. Sometimes I'd be at a restaurant for 2 or 3 weeks, and I'd go to the next one, even if it was less pay. And a lot of times I was working 2 or 3 jobs at the same time. And, I was just thriving on the knowledge part of it. And back then, I could go in a restaurant with my resume, and they'd take a look at it and say, hey, I'm a cook. And they'd be like, you're a cook? When can you start? They wouldn't even look at the resume. They'd be like, when can you start? You know, because back then it was pretty easy to get jobs in that field. Unlike it is today.